Hi everyone, I'm super excited to be back. My name is Bola Obileye and I'm with the very beautiful
Abby.
We're excited today because guess what, guys? We've got a sponsor.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much, Swift Trust Microfinance Bank. We're super excited. So Swift Trust Microfinance Bank, this is the first for us, so bear with us. A fast and secure, easy banking, SME support, business savings, loans, transfers, great support, USSD banking, okay?
And if you don't know what that is,
dollars.
USSD banking is banking without internet, and that's just easy banking as far as I'm concerned. And personally, I use Swift Trust Microfinance Bank, and I can attest to the
authenticity,
competence, and speed,
how they look after customers.
And thank you so for those who need loans, I think they are a no-brainer.
And thank you for trusting us. It's really lovely to have a sponsor on this episode. It's really heartwarming. But yes, we're going to get right in there now because it's been a minute since we got into all the gist.
And have we missed you guys?
We have missed you.
It's good to be home.
I know. But it's a good season to be all dressed up because, as you know, Ojúdé Ọba was just a few weeks ago. So that's why we're all dressed up, ready to catch up on Ojúdé Ọba gist and every other gist. So, Abby, what's hot?
What's hot? Okay, I just want to pick your brains on something. It happened a while back, you know, like we said, we've not been in here in a few weeks, but it's something to do with brand owners. And since you're one, it was trending
Fashion brand owners?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
It was trending like in February, March, maybe. And it's this young girl ordered fabric from a store in Abuja. So she's abroad, and you know things are easy now. You can just so she ordered, and she wanted it delivered straight to her tailor. Okay, so that was done, the delivered, and the next thing she gets a DM from the store saying that please, ma'am, you know how Nigeria that the wrong fabric was delivered. Ooh. Okay, so she bought a fabric that should cost about 35,000-ish, and the fabric that was delivered was about 300,000 or 500,000. Exactly. So she was upgraded without asking for an upgrade.
Okay, now.
But this fabric had been delivered to the tailor. The tailor had cut and I think it was already sewn, you know. And so they were begging her, the shop attendants, that please, ma, this is like 5 months salary for us. Please, ma, can you help us pay the difference? And she's like, hell no. I ordered something.
See how I opened my mouth?
Exactly.
Pay the difference.
Thank you.
How?
I ordered something. I told you to deliver.
How now?
I'm sorry about it, but the mistake has nothing to do with me.
You know when they say something has entered voicemail? Fabric Oshekini Otiwa voicemail.
Thank you. My fault, exactly. But do you know that the owner of the brand owner now came on. I think she sent a message to asking that even if you won't pay the full price, as something about returning the fabric, I think, but it was impossible because it was delivered to the tailor and they knew it, that at least pay some of it. And I'm like,
no.
How?
Number one, you should apologize for making a mistake. She probably might not even like the fabric.
Exactly.
But she has to pay the tailor. So where is this coming from? It's just a sense of...
And you know, they picked on this girl so much because I know her aunt. And she's from a wealthy family, a very known wealthy family. Yeah. And I think maybe they felt, since she's from a wealthy background, it shouldn't be a problem for her to pay. Because I really don't understand why she was picked on. Exactly.
How did it end?
How did it end? I think she was bullied so much, I would say, by the fabric store owner and some other people that decided to defend her. And I think she eventually paid. I think her mom was upset about it and paid or something like that. But I just wanted to pick your brain. Who's at fault?
I beg.
Pay,
that is just silly.
Cover the cost?
Number one, the store should cover the cost. Apologize to the girl. Pay the girl's tailor herself, because she would have to pay the tailor. It wasn't her problem. You know, sometimes we make mistakes, but sometimes you just have to chin up and be like, put your hands up and say, we made a mistake, own it, move on swiftly. You have to remember how people would think about you in future. So, I mean, I just don't even get it. It's just that sense of entitlement and just thinking that, you know, you can explain away things.
I think they picked on her because knowing she was from, if not, what rubbish is that?
VM, when you say something has entered voicemail.
Okay, so that's what I wanted us to talk about. We can now move straight on to Ojúdé Ọba. Do you have anything to tell us about Ojúdé Ọba this year?
So this year, I went to Ijebu hoping we were going to have correspondence on ground. So if you were looking forward to that and that didn't happen, we're sorry. And I'll tell you why. A lot of things were happening around Nigeria at the time.
Yes.
There were kidnappings and all of that. And even though I have no issues with Ojúdé Ọba going ahead, the staff that we were deploying to go were a little bit concerned about their safety. And I'm not the one to put someone out there. Number two, a lot of hotels were like fully booked. It was going to be logistically an issue.
I didn't even think, with all that was happening, especially because Oyo State is so close to their state, I just thought it should have been, and I think it was actually,
to be fair, I know that a lot of people were upset that it went ahead. I'm not sure
I don't think you can cancel,
because a lot of people had planned their whole life
around it. It started a year before.
And it's a big, you know, state event. People fly from across the world to be there. They've booked like a year ahead. It's a big deal. It's a big cultural celebration. And yes, I do feel like we've got bigger, you know, things to think about in terms of our safety, our children, all of that. But, you know, it was a very difficult one. It was a very difficult ask. And so it did go ahead. And there were a lot of things that I felt different this year.
Yes.
What did you think? I thought it didn't. I don't know. Maybe because of the.
Maybe because of what the tone. Yeah. So it was. People were not
a bit more mellow. It
was really mellow this year.
Yeah.
Even though, of course, our aunties were as glamorous as ever.
I know the aunties were still trying to
and
give.
Even the men came looking really good in their agbadas and ashoke and the mask. A lot of the masks this year too. So that's something I noticed.
And the sunglasses were sunning.
They were sunning.
All sorts of sunglasses, the gillies, their showcase. Did you know that their showcase used that Ojúdé Ọba actually inform the colors that gets, you know, sold in the market? Did you know that?
I love that.
I'm telling you, it's sort of like
so they kind of like
they influence the fashion and the trend.
For that.
So you go into like an showcase store after, and they'll be bringing out
Ojúdé. Okay, I see.
It's really incredible.
That's cool.
So the fashion industry, even though it seems quite informal, we actually have some formal, like Fashion Week type.
Yes, we've got our own.
We've got our own,
that's
absolutely.
So cool. I love it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, was there any particular trend you saw that was really...
a negative one? Okay, so there was the auntie that was trending for trying to... Maybe she was trying to blow like the face of Ojúdé now.
No, I don't... What did you call that? Shisha?
It wasn't shisha. It was... was it tobacco? But I think she said it was an E1 or something like that. It was actually nothing.
Also, she was smoking.
But it was just wrong. It was just a wrong move. Especially, you know, when they say you should read the room, especially with everything.
But she didn't do anything wrong. Somebody took a picture of her smoking.
It just didn't.
For you,
she had
because
to
you don't
come
smoke.
out. No, not because I don't smoke. I just didn't feel it was cool.
That's you. That's you.
So you thought it was cool?
No, I didn't think it was cool, but I didn't think it was my business to have an opinion. She's an adult. If she wants to smoke, that's on her. And unfortunately, some of the photographers, and this is the issue that I have in Nigeria now, you just be eating at a party, JJ.
You find yourself the next day on Instagram,
you know,
trending.
People just abusing you.
Yeah.
It's so unnecessary. People should still
Well,
have...
I think the difference here is she wanted because she would see the camera and do it in front of the camera, which is why I said maybe she thought it would help her trend, or I don't know. Because she came out later to even say, oh, she actually doesn't even smoke. And all of that, and I thought there was no need for the explanation. It's done, just move on.
There's no, after you have finished abusing her.
I didn't abuse, I just thought I didn't, it didn't look cool, that's all I said. I didn't abuse, it's her life.
I think just generally on social media, people should have autonomy over their life. If they want to show, if you're an adult and you decide that you want to blow smoke, please, all well and good, blow smoke. Why is everybody treating everyone like they're supposed to be their role model of some sort? People do what people want to do. I don't think it's my place as an adult to be correcting another adult. The one I have an issue with, though, is these young people that just think that they can speak to people anyhow. You just go on someone's page, jejely, and make a comment, and then you see these kids coming for you.
Really?
Just abusing. Oh, that happened to me about 3 days ago or so.
Seriously?
Yes. So this Instagram post about a female millionaire, or, you know that one with the School of Hard Knocks. And I put there that, oh, I love to see women winning. And this young child, probably younger than my son, when they said, what do you mean women winning? How about men? Cho. I was like, egba me. I just ignored him and said that, well, I've interviewed men, but I find it difficult to find women.
Exactly.
You know, so it's good to see.
Yeah.
The guy still came back and said something cho. I was like, I will not engage with your silliness. Can you imagine this boy? You know, it's just ridiculous how everybody just thinks that Instagram, social media is free for all. You can punch anyone.
You can say whatever you want.
It is well.
It is well.
Anyway. Moving on swiftly.
Moving on. So, guys, let me let you in on something. So, you see this delectable young lady here? I'll call her a young lady. It's her birthday in 2 days.
Woohoo! Thank you.
So, and she's always talking to amazing ladies, I must say, and men, like she just rightly said now.
Lots of men.
And I've never seen anyone that bigs up other people like Bola Obileye. I sit there sometimes when she's talking about someone, I'm like, oh my God. And do you even know how amazing you are yourself?
Oh,
and how you, it's so good to see how you cheer others up, and she would always find something to celebrate.
Oh.
When you're with Bola, you can never feel like you are an underachiever, or if you're feeling down, look for her. By the time she finishes with you, you walk out of the room like this, like you own the world. So I thought, okay.
You do though.
You're always talking to other women. Who is Bola Obileye? Let us know who you are, how you got into this champion for everybody. How would you, so when our darling Power is not here and we don't have all the lights and camera and action, who are you? Who is Bola Obileye?
Oh my. You know, I always say that somebody, I think it was an Instagram follower, did me a favor and said to me once that I like you because you look exactly the same as you do on social media and in real life. it was kind of like the best thing anyone has ever said to me. And that's how I try to live my life. I try as much as possible to live an authentic life. I don't share everything, so you don't get to see all the, not so pretty parts. Maybe you get to see more of the pretty parts, but trust me, like you, I have difficulties, I have, happiness, I have joy, I have a mixed bag of things. But on the whole, I think that one thing that's made me, when I look back, is my parents. I was the fifth. I am the fifth child. My mom had 6 of us, but we were born into love. My mom made us feel like we all counted. But when you have 6 children, sometimes one of you will feel like, am I liked as much as that first person, kind of thing. But somehow my mom tried to balance it out, and we clearly spoke love. So we'll be going to bed, and it was very unconventional for Nigerian families. And you'd hear, "I love you."
Oh, really?
I love you. Especially my older sister, who was my assistant mommy, Sister BC. I love you so much. And she always had like, nicknames. So my nickname was Shiny. And she'd be like, "Shiny, come," she'll hug me. And she'd be like, "I love you." And I'll go to bed. So we always, and my dad never used to say "I love you," but he always used to reserve it for our birthday. So everyone looked forward to our birthday where he'll write it. Because my dad was the tough one, and he writes "I love you." But the rest of the year, he got to act it out. But on your birthday, you literally got a card that said "I love you." So you wake up and you're looking forward to, you first get, if you're 12, you get 12 naira. And then you get 12 naira and "I love you" if you're 15. So as you grew along the years, you got 1 naira extra. And so it was easy for me to know that I was loved. And usually when you're loved,
it's easier to spread the love.
It's easier to spread the love. I think that's where I got it from. And I just wanted to, and because there were 6 of us, sometimes I'll be like, "Does she love me?" And then when they tell you, you're like, "Yay!" So I saw the difference it made to me when I was assured that I was loved. So I really want people to walk taller, to do, and you have a clearer head when you know that you're loved. When you go outside and people punch you, you remember that it's okay. What do you know? You don't know who I am. I'm loved. So yes.
Fantastic. So did you ever know you'd become...
Oh my God, I didn't know that you were going to do a full-on interview.
Did you ever know you'd become an entrepreneur, a curator of all these wonderful events of bringing women together, lifting women up, and who you are today, basically? Did you see it coming? Did you see yourself in this space?
I kind of had a feeling that, so I went to Holy Child College, big up Holy Child College, and it was a Christian school. It was always very solemn because we had nuns and we had a church, and I always felt a connection with God. I always knew that I had a higher calling upon my life. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that it had to do with women or girls, and I knew that I was going to be visible, So, I kind of had a feeling. But as I grew older and I started hearing, and this might be a conversation for another day, but I see and I hear. If you're a Christian, you'll understand what I mean. So I hear God. I hear, God speaking to me, and, and I see visions. So I kind of know, and I'll sleep and I'll dream and I'll be in front of women talking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I wouldn't know what it meant. Or I'll dream and I'll see myself leading people, a crowd of people singing, and we're going to the throne of God. So I used to see that a lot. And then one of my friends, Ayo, Yadua, I am outing you. Ayo called me one day and said that, "But I don't know what this means." This was about 20, 15 years ago.
No way.
But I saw a vision, and you stood in front of women, and you were preaching, and you were singing, and these women were happy, and the ones that were sad were happy. I was like, "Oh, Ayo, really?" She was like, Well, I don't know what it means, but that's what I saw, and I'm living it. And that was like over 15 years ago. And somehow her voice stayed in my mind. My dream stayed in my mind. And along the line, you know, people would just be giving me words that just really helped me steer that my calling was towards women and sharing with women, especially. But I've always just known that just because of how words build me, I'm that kind of person that will walk past anybody and just be like, you look very handsome, you look very beautiful. It's just, and people will be like, because people are not used to it. But
wow. Incredible. So what excites you most about creating events and experiences? This experience, like the one we had on Saturday, oh my God, it was another amazing experience. It was a shopping experience, but it was so much more. So what excites you most about creating these wonderful experiences you create?
Okay, so now it's two-layered. The first layer is Abby and I, aside seriously donors. So we're part of Bot PR, and Bot PR, we create experiences and events for people. And we did one for a brand over the weekend, the brand called Estrie, where we had our last podcast with Miss Fumi Desai.
Oh my God, we didn't talk about it. We had a live podcast.
Yes,
oh, it was incredible.
So I think what excites me most is, you know, I said earlier that I see visions. So I see something in my mind's eye, and I'm so excited. I want to take it out of here and see it there. And that's what excites me. Because I see visions, I close my eyes or I'll pray about it. I'll be like, God, I want to deliver this. And you show me different things. And I'll be like, oh, is it possible to do that? But the moment I see it, I know it's possible, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. But the other side to it now is the fact that you're on board, Gogi is on board, and now it doesn't feel overwhelming anymore. I share these visions, you catch it, Gogi catches it, and it just feels like an incredible time to be in events, because now I'm not bearing the load anymore. We're doing it together, and we're going out, so that's really exciting.
Okay, so talking about what's the most challenging one you've put together?
I think that to an extent, when you take on a project, it's challenging because the owner of the project has something in mind that they're trying to do. And you also, or I have something in mind where I'm thinking how to elevate it, just to make it a little bit better. But communicating that, because it lives here, to them sometimes might be difficult. And the difficulty is that they are trying to keep costs down. All they're thinking about is numbers.
Of course.
We don't want to spend more than this. We don't want to spend more than this. But I can see how just that little bit extra can just take it over from being normal to wow. And oftentimes people live in the wow world, because anybody can have a party, anybody can pull chairs together, but not everyone can touch that extra beat of the spiritual that on earth, because everything is imagined first. So I think that's the challenge of showing people how much better things can be if only they could just lean into it more.
When they would just spend a little more, more like. Now, so let's talk about where you are now as a woman, as a mom, as
oh my God, I'm listening
Bola. What season of your life do you think you're currently in?
So I think I'm in my legacy season. I really deeply care about, I'm in that phase of my life where every day I wake up, I'm just grateful that I wake up. Because I've had health issues, I've had friends pass away, I've seen that life isn't promised to anyone. When I fill out forms now, I'm filling out the gap 50 to infinity. So I am in that legacy phase where I'm asking myself, God, what am I supposed to be doing? I've let go of everything. You've accepted at this age that you're not taking any wealth anywhere. you're not taking anything anywhere, but you can actually leave this world a better place because you lived. And it's made me more enjoy life more. It's made me put pressure more on the people that I love, because I want to spend more quality time with my family and the people that I love. Because to me now, when God said number your days, He really means number your days, because honestly, 30 years ago feels like 2 weeks ago. And now in my 50s, I know how fast the days go, so every day matters to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very true. So what would you say you're unlearning, or are you unlearning anything, or are you learning anything new?
I am unlearning fear. I'm unlearning what ifs. I'm unlearning. Now I'm in that phase where I'm asking, I'm doing, I'm showing up. If my body can take it, because I get tired a lot these days, if my body can do it, I'm going to show up. If I have 3 minutes extra to spend, I'm spending it. I'm wasting less time. Unlearning. Trying to unlearn jumping into conclusions, because sometimes you hear people say things or react in a certain way and you interpret it in a way, and sometimes you lose the essence of the moment. I'm trying to offer more grace to myself and to other people, and to just be like, what if the person didn't mean it? What if, are you little, At the end of the day, one thing that I have also learned is that I'm not going to wait for Judgment Day to resolve issues. If I have an issue with you, I will get on the phone and I'll deal with it, because guess what? God is going to say, I don't have time for all your issues. I gave you all the time in the world. Don't be waiting for Judgment Day to tell somebody that when I open the door, you closed it in my face. Trust me, heaven hasn't got time for all that nonsense. Better sort out everything here and live happily ever after. That's where I am.
A good place to be, I must say. And in all of, in our short conversation, and in even the conversations we have off air, I know you're a woman of faith, and I think it drives a lot of things that you do, at least from what I know. So what does faith play in your daily life?
Faith is an anchor for me. For me, I'm probably one of the most unconventional slave evangelist, as my sister-in-law would say. Slave evangelist. You slave.
You need to tell us more.
Fashionista, but you're an evangelist. I
don't you like that term, guys? Slave evangelist.
So I believe there's a call upon my life. I know that God asked me to do some work. I know that even sitting in front of you is part of my calling. So I take that very seriously. I hear the voice of God, and I know that when people say God spoke to me, for some people it might not be that straightforward, but it's the call of my life. I hear and I get direction and I get pre-warned. I see things in dreams. So sometimes I move, I pull back, I don't eat, I'm the weirdest person, but I'm taking instructions, So sometimes my friends will have parties and God will say, don't eat anything at that party. And they will offer me food and I'll just be like, I'm not hungry. But faith anchors me. To other people, it might just be like, oh, you're in cuckoo world. But that cuckoo world has meant that God has helped me. I've seen His hand all over me. I've seen difficult situations change. I've seen God say that, don't worry about this, I got you. I've seen God say, go here, I'll send you somebody that will help you. And everything has worked out the way He has said. So I quickly recognize that, and I quickly adjust. Even the people I work with that other Christians might think that I'm not supposed to work with, I am instructed by the day. In my friendships, in everything that I do, in everything that I say, I follow instructions. It doesn't mean that I don't go and do my own thing sometimes, but I try as much as possible to take instructions from God.
That's what we should all be doing, right?
I know.
Making sure we're in line, but it's hard.
It's hard.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Especially when you see me go, Berna boy, and you be like, Pastor, so come on.
Evangelist, what happened?
What's going on here? So that's what I meant when I said very unconventional, but I thank God because, like I said, I'm anchored in God. So yeah.
And we love that. We love that. Hallelujah to that, guys. Now let's go to your guilty pleasure.
Okay, tell me. Guilty pleasure. Oh my goodness. In terms of
everything. Okay. Whatever you can think of. We want it all. Everything.
I think my biggest guilty pleasure is fashion. I love color. And somehow, I think I could, well, I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure because I feel like I don't overspend on fashion. But one thing I do is I buy things that I love. So it's a different way of shopping.
Who says that's
no, so, okay, so let me
something
explain
you
it.
love might be overspending.
No, so let me explain it. Some people shop because there's a deal going. You know, they'll be like, oh, it used to be £50. Now it's £30. If you like, sell something for £1.
But yeah, you have to like
that thing needs to call me. It needs to say, hi, Bola, I'm here. I literally hear things I love call my name. Like, yes, let's go home. So,
I want to go home with
I
you.
know, right? So that's me. That's why I have some kind of like attachment to things. So when my sister is like, Bola, can I have it? I'm like, I actually like it. I really like it. And she's like, so you give me? And I'll be like, but I bought it because I liked it. You know, so now I try as much as possible to buy hers, or just buy two, because I don't buy based on price, or I buy based on
like
or
like
love. But my guilty pleasure is buying from independent designers. I sound cocky when I say I don't like high street shopping. I hate high street, and I hate high street shopping because sometimes it doesn't show character. But as an independent designer, I know that a lot of independent designers like myself see the visionaries. They see in their mind's eye and they bring it to life. So for me, that's a special buy. It's almost like, I see creators like the most similar to God. Because God calls things into being. People that are designers, they're almost, we're like the ones that are most similar to God. So their things excite me. So when I go to other designers, I'm like, oh my God, this used to exist in God's world. And now it's here. And even though the high street operates in the same way, it's so mass produced that it's lost the essence of that specialness. So I like quirky things, so I would say that's my guilty pleasure.
Great. And so now that we know you like all these independent designers, what would you say is your most expensive, lavish, or your splurge, your biggest splurge?
So my biggest, I don't know if I have a biggest splurge, but I'll tell you what my biggest, I call it my childhood trauma.
Okay.
So the brand, I call it Moschino, but people call it Moschino.
Moschino.
Yeah, but when I was young, I used to call it Moschino. So now I still call it Moschino, but I think the right pronunciation is Moschino.
Okay.
Moschino is my childhood trauma.
Paul says no.
Paul says no? Moschino.
Thank you, Paul.
Oh, so I had it. I knew
we've always had it right.
Somebody said to me it was Moschino, so I was like, well, I call it Moschino.
Things about this brand.
But anyway, the brand Moschino. Moschino, right? Is my childhood trauma. So I'll tell you what, my mom used to be a fashionista, but my mom used to buy like just regular things, right? My mom would just be like Marks and Spencer's, no issues kind of woman. But I had a friend, Monash, and Monash had another friend. Shout out Monash. Monash had another friend, I think her name was Bolaji. And Bolaji's mom was like designer kind of thing. And Bolaji would, when we would go out, Bolaji would come in this Moschino belt And I used to look at her like, wow, wow. And Monsura too, Monash too, they'll be all dressed up and decked up in designers. And I'll be like, wow, when I grow up, I'm going to get that. And I'll go home to my mom. And I'll be like, looking at my mom that, but why you always buying Marks and Spencer's and regular? My mom would be like, Joe, Marco, me see pressure. You got to buy minimal, as in I'll wear whatever I like.
I just love your
and
mom
then I'll be with Monash and Bolaji, and they'll be wearing all these mosquito things. And I'm like, when I grow up, and
I'm going to wear mosquito.
Honestly, my brain went into overdrive because I love that brand. I live for that brand. And because I love quirky things.
And they make
quirky things.
They do.
I think I probably have maybe 1 million mosquito shoes, 1,000 mosquito belts. Well, you know I'm exaggerating, right? Everything that comes out of that brand, the earrings, they can do no wrong in my sight. I just love the brand. I love it. You should check out their store in Dubai because they don't have a regular store in the UK. They have concessions, but their store in Dubai, oh my goodness, is like so delicious. But one of the things that they do here is when they have like the sample sales on the websites, I'm like fixated on that brand. I love that brand. I love it.
So birthday present loading, you know what she loves?
No, but please don't buy me. They have 2 lines. They have one that is.
I love.
That's the cheaper rate. Don't buy me that one. I want the couture.
The original one, the couture one.
I don't want the cheap one because those ones you can get them in TK Maxx. That's where you go and get me all this cheap stuff. I love the couture ones because you'd see like one of the jackets I have with the fork and knife.
It's got,
I don't know if you remember it, black.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
So those quirky things, you know, I've got a bag as well that looks like a jacket. They just do that, the most remarkable things that you're like, why would anyone want that? But then you want it. I love that.
Good, so we know it's mosquito. Okay, before we go, let's have a little fun. Yes. So, why should I even ask you this? I know the answer already. Heels or trainers?
Heels.
Because I'm like, why are you even thinking about it?
I'm thinking because I live with heels. But now heels are starting to betray me. Yeah. So everywhere I go, I've either got Crocs or trainers as backup.
I was so like, sure because when I was like, why am I even asking
heels? But Crocs or trainers have been the order of the day. Like you wear them halfway and then they'll just be like, the shoes are coming off. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, morning person or night owl?
Night owl. Oh my goodness. The mornings are supposed to be, you know what they say, whenever you wake up, that's your morning. That's my take in life. So I work till I can't work anymore and my body just goes boom. You know, a few years ago, and this is the thing about old age, right? A few years ago, I could say I'm going to bed at 11 and I'll go to bed at 11. Now, my body literally switches off. I'll be like, the other day I woke up and my phone was in my hand like this.
No way. You slept like that?
And the phone stayed. It didn't drop off. That's how bad my body is.
That's so good.
And I woke up and I'm like, how did that phone stay in my hand? It's still a mystery to me.
That's so good.
And I was out.
So if you were not doing what you're doing now, what do you think you would be doing?
If I was not doing what I'm doing now, I'll be doing what I'm doing now. I'll be showing up on your screen. I'm one of those people, I've always known and I've always been unashamed of being in your face. I've always been an entertainer of some sort. I'll probably be singing, dancing, and I always say to my husband that, see, when you blow like this, there'll be a problem because... Well, I would say that when you extra blow like this.
Exactly. I wanted to say, let's correct that.
Extra blow. I will not even walk again. I'll just be playing.
Then how will we be seeing you then, if you're not walking?
Is he even seeing me now?
You said you will still be seen.
I'll still be seen.
We'll just be seeing you all those society parties and seen and be heard.
Now there's a bit of sense into how you see me because I'm thinking, there's that part that I need to make money. There's that part I need to show up. There's that part I need to play. If you scrub out that part I need to make money, it's play all the way, man. You don't be seeing me on stage. DJ Copy, DJ everybody. I'm like, DJ OTB. You be like, this old mama. How you gonna? I'll be like, no. Who's your old mama? Excuse me. I'll be showing up at every concert. God. I'll be that auntie that doesn't want to stop. I think that's what I'll be.
And interesting. If you could have dinner with 3 people, living or dead, okay? That you would, the 3 people that you would love to have around your table that you don't have access to, who would they be, living or dead?
Living or dead? I would love to speak with Oprah. I think I was one of the people that didn't quickly take on board Oprah. I was always suspicious of her.
Why?
I was always like, is this woman really real? You know, is she saying things that people want to hear? Or does she really mean these things? So I've always been that one that used to look at her with the side eye and really used to just study. I'm one of those people that when people look too good to be true, I'm like, I need to check. And over the years, she's proven to me, not that she needed to, that there's an element of realness about her. She really wants to see or leave this world a better place and leave people better than when they met her. So I would love to sit with her. Sometimes I see her and I see me and I see visions of, I don't think I'm supposed to share, but I see visions of almost like a baton where I'm having conversations, and not with her, but with heavens, as to how I should build my future and myself. And I find it a little bit weird that God will use someone that I used to be like, but I also love the fact that it reminds me that people are looking at me in the same way. True. Suspicious of me, of my,
is she real? Is this all sure?
Yeah. Am I acting? And I remember that one day I met one of my friends, because I have a lot of male friends and all of that. And I remember my friend telling me that his wife, when they first met me, said to him that she's too nice. She must want something. And over the years, they both said to me that we just didn't think it was normal for people to be this nice. She wants something. So over the years, I've learned that people are watching you. And they want to see the real you. They want to see the authentic you. And the other person I would love to speak to is Nelson Mandela. That why would you give up your life and like sit in a dark room for people that might not even say thank you? You know? Yeah, it's weird.
One more person? You can think.
Tell me.
We have to go soon to one life lesson you've learned the hard way before we go.
Life lessons is trust God only. Man will let you down. Absolutely. Woman will let you down. They don't mean to. People become elements based on the element that's on them at the time. When people are in pain, they're not the same as that person you know. When they're happy, they're not the same. When they're rich, they're not the same. When they're poor, they're not the same. Only you. I've gone through a lot in my life. I've had friends that we started together that became like very, very rich. And they became a completely different person. And I've had friends that became very, very rich and they stayed the same. And I've had friends that became very, very rich and so people become different in different circumstances. And you can't base your life on, and because you know sometimes when we're nice to people, we're expecting that because I was nice to you, when it rains they'll put out an umbrella for you as well. People people will let you down in the weirdest of ways, in the weirdest of times. So just always have that in your back pocket. I don't think that because you were good or because you were nice, they might realize it later that they were horrible. Yeah. But at that time, it might even be God that will harden their hearts. And they will let you down in ways that you'll be like, yepa. So just have faith in God. That at the end of the day, He's the only one that's going to do everything.
What do you want people to remember about Bola Obileye?
When I leave this building called the Earth, I want people to think of me as someone that reminded them that God made them in His image. So they're beautiful, they're strong, and they can do anything that they set their minds to. You can enter any room and you belong there. I want people to think that and remember that this, what do they call it? This imposter syndrome is a lie of the enemy, and that everything you require to be who God called you to be is already inside of you. And I want people to look at me and say, well, if Bola could do it, I could do it. Yeah.
Love it.
And when I leave the building, I want people to be like, wow, what a woman.
And what a woman. What a woman,
Thank
really.
you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
My darling. Bola, I call, is this Bola I'm calling her? Since me I call her off camera. The Yoruba girl, if we can't call her Bola. But I love her so much.
Thank you for the honor.
She's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful addition to my life since I've just 1 year now.
Can you imagine?
And it's like I've known her all my life.
It feels like forever.
And I wish you a wonderful year, a year that will blow your mind in ways that you can't even comprehend right now. And I know God's just started with you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see everything
I'm so grateful. Look, I need to say this to you in front of everyone. I don't allow a lot of people into my inner caucus. But I'm grateful to God that He sent you. And I'm grateful to God that He allowed me to see who you are, to see your heart.
Today is about you, please.
No, because today is about me, but it's also about the gifts of God in my life. And when I count the gifts of God in my life, I count you. And I want to...
Did you guys hear that? Take it down, please. Oh, thank you. Really, that's
and I just want to thank you for being real. I want to thank you for... like I said, when I'm stressed, you see a different Bola. When I'm happy, you see a different Bola. And I'm just grateful that, you know, you're here, we're working together. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm just grateful that, you know, we're rocking it out with Christ.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, babe.
Happy birthday,
Thank you so much. And honestly, I shall kill Tihuko. Jawu, Tihuko. Oh dear, it's literally hooked.
Okay,
and I can't
what
see.
I would do. I think
This was not supposed to happen. This was supposed to be a hug.
No, it will be fine. It's just gonna come out.
Awesome.
And it's out.
We got there in the end. So thank you.
Thank you guys.
And I didn't know you were going to put this on me. No wonder I had a blank sheet.
Yes.
I was thinking we were just going to talk about
it. Has to be something special. It's your birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. How sweet.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, it's Moschino, okay?
Moschino.
That's what we're taking.
And so all the bad teachers out there that told me it's Moschino. Moschino. So every time you see me wearing anything Moschino, please don't ask me to give you. That's my childhood trauma. I'm still treating that trauma. It's a fashion issue. But if you say anything that's nice, their earring, their belt, that brand literally puts a smile on my face. So yeah.
No, I'm sure when you see Moschino, you remember Bola Obileye.
I know. Birthday presents accepted in Moschino. Thank you.
Clock it. Bye, guys.